Welcome to today's video. I am sharing with you 6 really easy and delicious breakfast casseroles. A couple of days ago, I shared with you 6 really awesome dinner casseroles. So today I wanted to share with you breakfast casseroles. I love brunch on the weekends, and these casseroles are all perfect for brunch, and they're also perfect for meal prepping, which I love to meal prep my breakfast and lunch. So casseroles are a really great way to make my mornings easier for the whole week. So I hope you love these 6 breakfast casserole recipes. I'll put the recipes in the description box. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. I share tons of my favorite recipes with you. So let's get these breakfast casseroles going. This breakfast casserole is going to be with bacon. You just can't go wrong with bacon for breakfast, so it is just delicious. I am adding all of my eggs into the bowl. I'll put the recipe for all of these in the description box, and it'll make it a lot easier if you want to make one of these recipes. So I'm adding in all of my eggs. I have 9 eggs. I am adding in my cooked bacon. I'm going to cut it up with my kitchen scissors. You can use a knife on a cutting board if you'd like, but it's just easy for me to cut it right into the bowl with my kitchen scissors. So I love adding tons of veggies into my breakfast casseroles. So I have some frozen chopped spinach that's defrosted. I have some chopped up mushrooms. I have some diced up bell pepper. And I have some shredded cheddar cheese. And then I like to use heavy whipping cream as well. You can use milk if you would like, but 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. So I am going to whisk all of this together, whisk the eggs, and then this will be ready to go into my Pyrex dish, and it will be a really awesome breakfast casserole to have for a brunch on the weekend, or I love to make these to prep for breakfast for the week, and everything is ready to go, so I love that. I am spraying my Pyrex dish with my cooking spray. This will help the eggs just come right off after they are cooked. And I'm going to add this whole mixture into my Pyrex. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and this will take about 35 to 40 minutes to cook, and then it will be just so awesome. It is delicious. So this is one of my favorite breakfast casseroles. It's with this diced ham, and I get this thick cut ham from the deli, and it's really good. It's a honey ham, but it's thick cut. And I have 2 bell peppers. I love bell peppers with my eggs. They are just delicious combo. So I am dicing up my green and my orange bell pepper. And you can just do 1 bell pepper if you'd like. Like I mentioned before, I love adding tons of veggies into these. So you can customize it to your favorite bell pepper, or you can customize it to 1 bell pepper or 2, whichever your preference is. But adding in those colorful bell peppers, I love that. I'm adding in my shredded cheddar cheese, and I have 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, and now I'm going to add in my eggs, and then I'm just going to mix all of this together, and then it'll be ready to go into my Pyrex. These breakfast casseroles are so easy. They're just wonderful. You throw them in and then you bake them in the oven, and then they're ready to go. So you can serve a big crowd with these, or a big family, and they're just customizable as well, which is what I really love. So you can substitute a lot of different ingredients for these. So spraying my Pyrex dish, of course, for this one, so that the eggs come out nice and easily and they don't get stuck to that glass. I'm just going to pour it all in. I'm going to bake this in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes. And like I said, I just love this one with the ham. It is so good. Ham is one of my favorites for breakfast, but very delicious and perfect for a crowd. I'm going to do a French toast casserole, and this is a huge, huge hit. I love making this for brunch on the weekends if we're meeting up with people at someone's house doing a brunch. Or having people over for brunch. It is just so, so good. It is a huge hit with the adults and the kids. So I have my eggs, I have milk, heavy whipping cream, I have some sugar that I'm going to add into this egg mixture. I have some syrup as well. So I'm going to mix all of this together, whisk up the eggs, and then this mixture is just really, really good to go on top of my diced up bread. And before I mix all that together, I'm gonna make this as kind of like a topping. I have almond flour, I have brown sugar, and cinnamon, and I'm just going to mix this up, and it's going to go on top of my bread cubes. So I've cubed up an entire loaf of bread, and I am just spraying my Pyrex, of course. I'm going to add in all of the diced up bread. So I like to do it in pretty small pieces, about 1 inch by 1 inch. Adding in all of the egg mixture and making sure that all the bread is nice and coated. And I'm adding in some chunks of butter, just some small chunks so that it melts really easily. And then on top of that, I'm adding in my almond flour and brown sugar mixture just right on top. So this gives it just an awesome kind of a bit of a crunch a little bit on top. So really, really yummy. And then mixed with that melted butter once it melts. So super good. This one is a really, really big hit. So I'm going to be doing a sausage casserole for this one. So I have my Jimmy Dean, just regular pork sausage. Really great for breakfast. I love making a bunch of this up, and then I store it in smaller portions because it does make a lot of sausage, one of these. So I am going to brown up all of the sausage, cook it all the way through, and then let it cool for a bit before I add it into all of my breakfast casserole items. So any kind of breakfast meat or protein you'd like, so always sausage, bacon, ham are our kind of go-tos, but the sausage is all nice and cooked and ready to go into the casserole. So I'll make everything else up. I have my eggs, I have chopped spinach, I have some garlic powder, I have red pepper flakes to give this some good little seasoning. I have my shredded cheddar cheese and heavy whipping cream. So I'm just adding everything in the bowl. I will give it a good mix for it to go into the casserole. So after all the eggs are mixed up into the rest of the ingredients, then I will add in that cooked sausage after all the eggs are all mixed together. So this is just a really good one if you like sausage. And like I said, these are all customizable. So if you prefer to do bacon in this one, you can definitely substitute that sausage for bacon. But we like all breakfast types of meat. Sausage, bacon, ham are just all big hits in our house. So this is just a really good casserole with all the favorites. Everybody loves this one, and it is just super easy. So I'm just going to pour the mixture into my Pyrex dish. Oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and this will take the same amount of time, 35 to 40 minutes, and it'll be just delicious. I love to serve like with a side of avocado for these breakfast casseroles. Makes it really good. So one of my favorite things is chicken apple sausage. This is chicken apple sausage, and it's pre-cooked, but I'm just going to kind of brown it on my grill pan. And I am going to make up my my breakfast kind of mixture for the casserole. I have my eggs. I'm going to use milk. I have fresh spinach this time. I have some, it's a basic vegetable seasoning that I'm going to use as well for this. So you can always add to taste salt and pepper to any of these. My family doesn't love salt and pepper. We'll have one that doesn't love salt and one that doesn't love pepper. So I usually keep salt and pepper out, and then we season to taste when we're eating. So we keep salt and pepper on the table so that they can add as much or as little as they would like. So I'm just adding in my cheese after the eggs have been all mixed up with the seasoning. I'm going to spray that Pyrex dish, get it nice and greased, and add in all of my ingredients. So I'm going to add in the chicken apple sausage that I have diced up. I'm going to add in the fresh spinach. You can always use frozen as well. I love fresh spinach. It is just so good. So it baked in the oven at 350 for 35 minutes, and now I'm going to cut it up, and I'm actually going to portion this out into meal prep containers to have ready for the week. This next one is going to be with chorizo, and this one has definitely a lot of flavors, a little bit of heat going on. Chorizo can be a little spicy. It's definitely really greasy, so I'm going to drain the grease from that after it's cooked. I'm going to cook up some bell pepper. I have green and I have red bell pepper all diced up as well. You can use any color bell pepper you would like, but this just goes really good with the chorizo, and just like I said, it gives it a really good spice, and you can get a mild chorizo or spicy. So definitely wanted to make this one a little bit on the spicier side, and it is really, really yummy. So I'm adding in my eggs. I will mix them all up. I'm going to add in my milk as well, and I'm going to, once I have all of this all whisked together, I'm going to add in some diced green chilies to give this even more flavor. You can keep the diced green chilies out if you like, and that's really what I love, like I mentioned already, that I love about these breakfast casseroles is you can add and subtract any items really, except for the eggs and the milk, and you can add any of your favorite veggies, any of your favorite meats, and it just always turns out so, so good. So here's my diced green chilies. Definitely gives it an amazing flavor. I love diced green chilies in anything. So stir these around a bit to mix it together. I'm going to spray my baking dish, and I'm going to add in first, I'm going to add in a layer of the chorizo. So it's cooked, and I kind of patted off the grease to make it less greasy, and I'm just going to sprinkle it onto the bottom. Nice little layer, and then I'm going to add on next the cooked diced up bell peppers. So I love to cook them first so that they're nice and soft. You don't have to, it's a little bit optional, but they will be a little bit crunchier if you don't cook them. So adding in my eggs and the diced green chilies. I'm going to top this with some shredded cheese. So I have just regular cheddar shredded cheese. You can do like a Fiesta blend as well, would be really great with this one. But I'm going to cook this one at 350 for 35 to 40 minutes, and it will be ready to go. So you can add any kind of garnishment you like after this is cooked. I love to add avocado to my eggs, like I mentioned before. For this one, you can do a little bit of salsa, sour cream, some cilantro as well. So this is just really great, kind of just awesome Tex-Mex type flavors for this. So I hope that you liked these breakfast casserole ideas. Like I kept mentioning, they're definitely customizable. You can change out the veggies, change out the meats, but we love breakfast casseroles for brunch and for meal prepping to have breakfast ready to go in the morning when we're super busy. So I hope you enjoyed these. Leave me a comment if you have any questions, and I will see you all in my next video. Have a great day.